Yes, it's SpongeBob music. I didn't think there would be SpongeBob transitions, but here we are. Yes, yes, I'm. Yes, 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 yes. I did not think that. I did not think that. But you know, it's kind of chill with it though. It's kind of chill with it though. Anyway. Boop. Boop. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm actually kind of chilled out right now. To be honest, I'm not even like that. I'm not even that angry. But I do have like picture proof to show of something. I do have picture proof to show. Like I took this image myself. I should have taken more pictures of what it was really like, cuz that shit was unreal. Shit was unreal. Anyway, what's up? I hope you're having a nice night. I hope you're having a good day, afternoon, evening. She's high. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Congrats on surviving the worst place on Earth. It is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Anyway, yeah. Hello. Real picture, by the way, not taken by me, but this is a real picture. This is real. Real image. Real. You can tell by the palm trees. Real image. Anyway, I am back from California. California. I remember we were in the car with I think it was Lonnie, and we were like, what songs do they even, what songs are even about California? And when you think about it, there's so many. There's so many. There's so many Californian songs. You're gonna hear cars fucking racing the whole night. I'm gonna lose my mind if I hear another one of that. Okay, but yeah. Why did Lonnie keep putting you in the trunk? I was in the trunk because I couldn't fit.
This stream is brought to you by the Coalition of States Bordering California.
Yeah. I really want to visit Nevada and other places, but I'm not gonna lie. So, listen. Oh, I couldn't fit in the car because there's too many peoples, so I had to sit in the trunk. And I was fine sitting in the trunk. There's like a video of me chilling in the trunk. So I was in the trunk, and I remember I gave an okay sign and then a peace sign to the person like driving behind, and then they switched lanes. They literally switched lanes. They said no. They said no. They switched lanes. Also, I have a little cough. But yeah, they switched lanes, and I don't know. They did not have the trunk open. It was not open. It was not open. It was not an open trunk. I was sitting in the back of the trunk. There was like, you know, the back windshield thing. But yeah. Yeah. Did they shake their head? No. They thought there was an abused child. I mean, I dress a little funky. They're coming. This is already a good stream. This is already pretty good. Yeah. The pigs are here. I smell bacon. But anyway, I visited California. For those who don't know, I have been a California hater. I've mentioned it a lot in my streams. I don't like California. I don't like a lot of things from it. I don't like. It's like a 3D printed state. You know, it's like a 3D printed state. Everything it feels like artificial besides the garbage, and I don't know, and the amount of homeless people. But seriously, I don't like California. I don't like a lot of things they do there. I don't like a lot of things about it. It's incredibly expensive. Turn that down. It's incredibly expensive. For what? I don't know. I'm sorry to the people who live in California, but you're paying to roll around in trash like a pig. You are. You're literally paying to roll around in trash like a little pig. And it's crazy wazy. Yeah. It smells like piss and nachos. California did actually stink. It did stink when I went there, but it just smelled like garbage. You know that garbage smell when you walk by like a big trash can and you're like, ugh, and it just has that smell of garbage. That is what it smelled like in a lot of areas. Like, not everywhere, but that is what it smelled like. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That's what it smelled like. But I went to Los Angeles. I only went to Los Angeles, so that's my only, like, okay. That's the only thing I got to see from it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's nice in other places. It could have been nice in other places. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably the worst place in California, I'm sure. LA is the worst part. See, when I was there... Wait, I have reverb on? No, you're just lying to me, I don't care. See, when I was there... how do I put this? Oh, thank you for that member. How do I put this? I expected better. I really expected to be changed. I do have reverb on? I shouldn't. Wait, why is reverb on? Hello! You know what? I'm gonna keep that reverb on. Enjoy. I'm gonna keep it on. I already started it. It's fine. Anyway. Yes. I kind of expected better. I expected a lot better from, California in general. I didn't really expect, like... I don't know. Right when I got off of the plane, so I went to LAX. I went to LAX and I met up with Kai, and I was like kind of confused about it. And right as I walked out, it was just Garbo Central, like Garbo Central, and it was really bad. That was one of like the nastiest airports ever. It was majorly Garbo Central. I hopped off the plane at LAX with a, I don't know. I don't know what joke to make from this. Yeah, I'm really confused on how like actors and big time people are like, yeah, I'm from California. I'm from California. I love California. California, yes, represent. But it was seriously like garbage everywhere. Just genuinely garbage everywhere. I truly think that if they, I don't know, maybe they can hire people to pick up garbage. That would give a lot of people jobs, maybe. I don't know. Because I don't understand how it could be that way. I don't understand how it can just look like that and people just deal with it. It was genuinely insane to me. I don't know. That would cost money. It wasn't actually that hot there, in my opinion. A lot of people were... The one thing I will give California was, besides people saying like, oh, the weather is so bad in California, it was dry heat. It wasn't that bad. It actually wasn't that bad, in my opinion. The weather was okay. The weather was okay. I really wanted to see, I think it was Venice Beach from GTA, but I was sick, so I didn't get to see a lot of it. But it was crazy stuff. Like, it was just garbage everywhere. Lonnie drove me around a bit, and I remember we were driving, and the sidewalks are just filled with garbage. The sidewalks just straight up have garbage all over them. How is that possible? Like, you can't even walk. I didn't go to the beach. I don't know if anybody else did. But like, you can't walk down a sidewalk. It's filled with garbage. How? And people sell the garbage too. Like, people actually sell the garbage. I was seeing it, and there was like vendors for actual garbage. And the one thing I'll give it is they have good Korean food, I guess. I guess it was good Korean food. However, I feel like the girls from Europe were like, oh my gosh, America is so cool. America is so cool, and it looked awesome and amazing. But I'm kind of mad, because I'm like, you're seeing this? And you're saying that's good? I want to show you some real good stuff. Like, I want to show you some real good stuff. I got kind of angry about it. I'm like, what? This is not what you should see. This is not what you should see. And the Korean food was okay. But I tried some other food, and it was honestly bad. It was bad. It wasn't worthwhile. It's kind of like, it's, you know, living in America, it's like, oh, the Mexican food is good in California. Bro, I can get Mexican food in like Oregon, middle of nowhere, Oregon. There's Mexican food everywhere, and it's good Mexican food. It's crazy town. It's crazy town to me. You can actually get that quite literally anywhere in America. But Korean food, yeah, good. But you can also get Korean food in other places. They did have a lot of like places that I know you can do like business meetings where it's like you share like big plates of food. However, it's gonna be loud. However, I don't think that was, I don't know, I don't think it was anything crazy to me. Like I don't think that was anything nuts or worthwhile. I've been around America, I've been to many places, and the food in other places is just so much better. And I didn't get to climb any mountains, that's what I wanted to do. But, I don't know, I feel like you can get some experiences anywhere else. And in California, it's just 10 times more expensive with garbage. Oh, and not to mention, and I've been to, it's gonna be loud. I've been to the NYC, okay? I've been to the NYC. And I will say that I personally feel that the driving in California is much worse than New York. And I think the highways and everything look worse, and they're more disgusting and terrible. I mean that. And I haven't been to the NYFC for a long time, but I was in an Uber, and some guy was just driving in front of our Uber, and he did a donut, and then he just flew down the street. And that's just like commonplace. People will just swerve in front, not drive, and it's crazy. I don't know why. It was nuts, and all of the driving in general is just bad. Like, it was like clogged up every day. No, he'd spun in a circle. He did like a donut. He just spun in a circle. Why is it so loud? But yeah, I don't know why. It was crazy. And not only that, driving down streets. Another thing. When you drive down streets, sometimes there's just streets of like boarded up, closed stores. And there's like streets of them, and they look sketchy as hell. They look sketchy as all hell. Like, it looks like when you walk down there, you're just gonna die. You're just gonna die. That's it. And I was confused. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is this here? And it just looks like these, like, I don't even know. It just looked dirty. And it's not open, and yeah. I don't know how that is. And it's just scary. Yeah, that was Fence Street. But, okay. So I went back because I hated LAX so McFreakin' much. Listen, I hated LAX so McFreakin' much that I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to like a different airport that might be a little bit better to deal with. I went to a different airport because I was like, no, and I left early because I left California early before everybody else because I was very sick, and I was terrified that I would be subjected to being in a California hospital. And I don't know, they would like cut off my legs and sell them. I don't even know. It was scary. So I went to like a different airport to go home. And, because, I don't know, I didn't want to die. But I remember when we were driving, like I got an Uber to drive me, and it was nuts. The highways were so bad. Like so loud. The highways were so bad. Like so bad. And it wasn't even a busy time or busy day. So whenever I go to an airport, I leave Omega early, and I try to get like earlier flights because I just don't like to deal with stuff, and I like to get it done. So the highways were so scary. So we were driving down this, it was like, you know, one of those tunnels in a highway, I don't know where. And there was, I kid you not, there was some homeless guy, shirtless homeless guy, sunburned to hell and back, you know, obviously on something. And he was just walking on the side in the tunnel on the highway, and there was like no way he could have gone anywhere else. And I was so freaked out because I watched him like walk, and I was like, man, I know this is like a horrible thing to think about, but I was like, man, I might have seen this guy's like last moments, because that was scary. Like, there was nowhere for him to be. There was nowhere for him to be. Oh, and also people just run around in the streets too. People ran like in the streets while people were driving and stuff. It was crazy. Yeah. And it just freaked me out, like seeing a lot of stuff. Cause I don't like to see people like that. But there was a lot of people like that, and it was scary. It was so scary. And it just terrified me. Some people will just scream at you in the parking lot and chase you. Boom. LA zombies. But it was quite frightening, and it was quite spooky. And just in general, the highways and everything were just quite dirty, and they're going. They were dirty and just gross and disgusting. I went to this place. I went with Raka. And she had already, messed up her leg by then. She had already messed up her leg, and she was, she looked wounded. She was my little wounded warrior. And we went somewhere together. And we went to a restaurant, we went to eat and stuff, and then she had to go to the bathroom. So the bathroom was like full. And we were like, okay, we'll find another bathroom. So we walk around to find another bathroom. Meanwhile, she's shambling. They looked at me, like when we asked, they looked at us like they saw through. Like they saw through our bodies. Like we were not people to them. We were not people. And I was like freaking out. Like I was like losing my shit. I was like, my friend is disabled. She needs to go to she's gotta walk around. And they're like, sit down and eat. Then you gotta sit down and eat. And it's like, okay, I'll buy a fucking soda. I'll buy a fucking soda from you and I'll sit down. No, you have to sit down and eat. You have to sit down and eat. She's gotta piss. In my opinion, I would just do it on the floor in front of them. Like, fuck it, man. Clean it up. Go clean it up. You want me to be like that? Clean it up. But it was annoying because she was obviously injured. She was obviously like shambling and stuff like that. And it was hard to get around. It's so loud. I'm sorry. But it was obviously like, an issue. And I'm gonna be real. We did not look homeless. I'm sorry. We did not look homeless. I know that they're like, okay, well, not everybody can do it. Listen. She's injured. If I saw somebody injured, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit out of a butt what the hell is going on. I would let them use my bathroom no matter what. They're obviously injured. They're obviously going to have a hard time getting around. And there was no compassion. They looked at us like we were like not human at all. And I was going like, white woman Karen mode. I was about to like, she's disabled. Let her in. She's disabled. And it was crazy. It pissed me off so bad. Okay. So that draft tweet about like, Californian people are like subhuman. They pretend to be like human beings and blah, blah, blah. I wrote that and I saved it as a draft. And I just like let it sit because I was so mad. And fucking, I just let it sit. And that's what that was from. And I was so pissed off. I was genuinely very angry. And I was getting mad at the people. And so how we fixed that was we went back to the original restaurant we went to, and it's like you gotta like fucking hang the little if you didn't get a doggy bag to take back, you're probably shit out of luck. You gotta like go through your receipts on your phone or like whatever. You gotta hit up your fucking bank to let them know I ate here. Let me piss. So like we had to show like we ate here. Like let her use the bathroom, and that's how we she got to use the bathroom. But like that's ridiculous, man. That pissed me off, and I understand it's like well that's gonna happen at any place where people visit. Not fucking true. First off, not fucking true, because I've lived where there's, what do they call them? Like when people visit and stuff? Not fucking true. That's in California. That's a California thing. Not fucking true. Some other people have compassion. They're not like, it's not fucking true. It pissed me off. So, That's why I didn't expect it. I just expected to have, like, the restrooms. And we were asking around, and they were like, you have to walk over there to go to the public restroom. And it's like a fucking, like, long-ass walk. I'm not doing that. She's hurt. She's hurt. Do you want me to fucking carry her on my shoulders? Like, I don't know. That genuinely pissed me off when I heard that. That pissed me off. Have some compassion. But yeah, she got to piss. Don't worry. But yeah, that shit angered me. That shit angered me bad. Tourist places, tourist traps. Yeah, it was a tourist trap place. That's the word I'm looking for. I've lived around tourist trap places. I've been to tourist trap places. It is not like that. It is not like that. It's not like that. I understand California is big and there's people like, pulling out their eyeballs in the bathroom and they gotta call the police to come grab them after. I get that. I get that that's a thing that's happening. However, you see somebody injured, obviously injured. What the fuck do you think she's gonna do? You steal your damn toilet paper in the bathroom? You think she's gonna steal your damn toilet paper? Like, it's fine. Just let her piss. That's all. It made me mad. Whenever somebody bothers like a friend of mine, or anything, that will get me mad. I will lose my mind. I'm usually pretty chill with that stuff, but to see her injured and shambling around and having to walk around, I was mad. So, yeah, we got to do that, and I was getting pretty angry about that stuff. Not only that, when you visit anywhere, I will say anywhere, probably in California in general, you better not be using a fucking chip on your card. You better not be using the goddamn chip on your card. Are you stupid? You're gonna use the chip on your card? That's a way to get it stolen. Anyway. So you better use, I don't know, the tap or whatever, because you better be aware of being around there. Nah, there's no way. If you use the chip, they have those, like, card stealing things, card skimmers everywhere. Yes. So, and they could, I think they can, like, scam the tap, but it's obviously not, they're not gonna do it as much. But, you gotta be really careful. It's like when you're visiting this place, it's like you're visiting a fucking another country. Because, you need to, like, mentally prepare. Is somebody just gonna come and, like, start gnawing at my foot as I'm walking? Or what's going on today? I'm trying to enjoy the sights of the palm trees, but, maybe somebody's walking up to me and they're just gonna eat my finger off. I don't know. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Top things to do in California, and everyone leave. I will say that, there are some pretty sights. But it's just, when I was there, I felt like I did not fit. I felt like I was like, like I stuck out like crazy. Not only that, I dressed like a little freak. And, I would think in California, maybe people dress like freako-ish. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, they dress like little freak monsters. But I've heard that people in California dress really plainly, but they get a shit ton of work done, is what they do. That's the fashion staple. That they get a shit ton of work done and they dress like as plain can be. So I don't know. That's what I found out. So I looked like a little alien. Yeah. But besides that too, I don't know. I'm very forward with stuff too. I'm sure you've seen, if the other girls talked about it, but, like, I'll sit in an Uber, and I'll sit in the front, and I'll be like, how you doing? What's up? How's your ride going? And stuff like that. And, like, the people were fine. They were actually very receptive to stuff, but I swear to God, some people were just, like, not human. They were, like, programmed to be in that moment. They were literally programmed to be, like, in front of me walking, so it feels like people, like, populate California. It was crazy. It was some crazy stuff. And I don't know. It was nice being around with them, but I was like, damn. And when I looked at places, I just wasn't really impressed. And I I think Kai was like, oh my gosh, it looks so loud. Kai was like, oh my gosh, and like this and this, and I'm like, I don't know. I was in Minnesota. I was in Minnesota. And like, Minnesota, I feel like, is even more advanced in certain places than even like California. Does that make sense? Like when I look at some things and buildings and technology there, I'm like, wow, it looks more advanced than damn California. So I don't know. I just felt like they were seeing like a bad part, and I wanted them to see like the good, cool things of America. Maybe someday, but it was what it was. We saw a lot of places and things of that sort, but it seriously does look like this with the trash. But I was in LA, so it could be a bit different. I don't know. It could be a bit different. But I wish I had seen more, but the things I did see, I was not too excited. We drove around in an Uber, like we were going around places. We were trying to see things and be present and see things around. However, I was just looking at all the streets. I was waiting to see something that like catches my eye, And I'm looking and I'm like, where's the good part? Because sometimes there's bad parts connected to the good parts in places. And in my head I'm like, where's the good part? When am I gonna see something like clean and nice? There really wasn't. However, I'm sure I just saw LA, so it could be a bit different. But I also just don't like how they allow like certain things like that. It's nuts like an acorn. Oh, and another thing, as the Zoomers call it, this is a big backed complaint. But I use like the Uber Eats app and like DoorDash and stuff to get food. And like maybe I'm crazy, but there's taxes on taxes for the stuff, for the food. There's like taxes on taxes there, specifically in California. What was that about? Am I crazy? Like, what was that about? Yeah, there was like triple taxes. And what the heck? That was crazy. And not only that, it's like, these are nice steel. Jesus. It sounds like I'm in California right now. These are nice, like, steel-cut oats. These are steel-cut oats with a little drop of yogurt. And it'll be like the most plain motherfucking food ever. And it's like, you gotta pay like $31 for it. And not only $31, pay the tax on top of the tax too. And also, make sure to tip your delivery driver. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What am I doing? And in my head, I'm like, god damn, like I'd be eating rice and beans every day if I lived here. That was nuts. It's crazy. And I mean, they did have a lot of options for food. And I'll give them that, but I even ordered some food and I was like, meh. Like I really paid that much for this? I had to show everyone the magic of Trader Joe's, and they did like that Trader Joe's. They did. They liked that Trader Joe's. But I wanted to, myself, I wanted to try some of their, like, local stuff. Like, some local stuff. And, I don't know, a lot of the things we got, like, it's like seeing them get the mac and cheese and stuff, I thought I was insane and crazy. But all of the food tasted like it was from a ghost kitchen. To me, like, that's what it tasted like. It tasted like it was from a ghost kitchen. Like, all of the stuff. Do you know what a ghost kitchen is? When you order on DoorDash, it's made by, like, another restaurant, and it's, like, shittier. And it all tasted like it was from a ghost kitchen, to me. And it was not good. And it was peeing me the F off. So I don't know. I wasn't too impressed. And, like, they were good things. Like, they went to a bakery and they were like, oh, this bakery is... Well, I don't know why I'm doing that accent, but like, this bakery is so good. This is such a good bakery and stuff. And in my head, I'm like, like, you're paying that much for this? And I feel like sometimes they don't know any better, that, like, they just pay a lot for things that, like, seem to be good. It feels like in my head, like, there's, like, a lot of fake reviews for everything. Like, there's a lot of fake reviews, so I have to eat the stuff that everybody thinks is good because they're told it's good, which I also do in you know, myself. But with the food there, it's like, I feel like everything, oh, this place is so good. And I'm like, meh. But I also like mom and pop shop stuff. So when I eat at places, it just doesn't feel very like legitimate to me. Like, I'd rather go to a diner and find an eyelash in my milkshake than eat like the try this pesto pizza pasta with the pretzel bun and the cheddar and the cheese, and also it has kimchi on it for the little flavor and spice. So I'd rather have that like shitty ass crusty diner food that I know is always gonna be crusty dusty, instead of like, get the pesto pizza pasta with pretzel bun crust and kimchi and a little bit of saffron and avocado. And that's what it is every time. It's like some crazy stuff going around. Did I find any girls with a Valley Girl accent? Yeah, me. Everybody tells me I sound like I'm from California all the time. Except when I complain. Then I don't sound like I'm from California. But I do sound like I'm from California, so I just fit in. I fit in. So, yeah. It's over. It is over. I've been told that many times. Sometimes. Did I talk like that while I was there? Kind of. It just came out. And also when I'm talking to girls, so loud outside. When I'm talking to girls, I want to connect. Okay, I want to connect. So every time I talk to her, oh my god, you're so pretty. You're literally so pretty. What? What are you talking about? You're so pretty. Where'd you get that? Like, that's how I communicate, because it makes, I don't know, it's good. What the fuck are they playing outside? What is that? Okay. But yes, that's what happens, because that's how I connect. And it also makes people feel open, you know? It makes people feel open. Did I play Fallout New Vegas? I did. Yeah. How often do I do Stoppa? Kind of a lot. Stoppa. And I do like, and I like that. I don't know. I just feel like it was so expensive for no flickin' reason. How many sideshows and series do you hear compared to the apartment? I hear them almost every night where I'm at, and I'm in Florida. Maybe I'm in Florida. I don't know. It's just loud as flick. And when I came back, I was like talking to this dude. My Zuber driver, and he was like, "Oh, where'd you go?" And I'm like, "Oh, from California and stuff. I came from California." And he's like, "Oh, really? It's really nice there, right?" And I was like, and I like got into the zone. I was like shadow boxing, like about to like unleash this on him. Like, he had no idea. Saying that to me, he had no clue what was about to come out. I was like, and I was like, "Let me tell you." And I unleashed, and I was like, "You have no idea." And like, I was telling him everything, and he was like, oh. He was like just taking it, and he was like just taking it. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, okay. And and then I was like, and he was like, "Oh, it really makes you like living here." And I'm like, yeah, because I was talking about the homeless. Jesus, good bitch, Lord. I was talking about, like, oh, there's homeless people around me. I talk about it all the time. But I was like, the ones here are funny. The ones there are scary. The ones around me are funny. They're funny. But the ones there, they're very scary. They're very scary. Like, they would like, they'd like eat your face off. They've got that look. Like, they have, when you walk past a homeless person in California, you look at their pupils, it looks like a goat. That's not a human. They got the goat pupils. That's not real. The eyes of a predator. Yeah. But, however, it sounds like a racetrack here. But, at least here, they're like funny. Like, the guy was like doing a Hadouken, you know? They were like, Hadouken. I'm like, haha, that's so silly. But they're, like, they look like White Walkers. They look like the White Walkers from Game of Thrones. Like, it's scary. I didn't know. I was frightened. I felt bad, though. I did feel bad. Like, I thought in my head, like, oh my god, somebody take care of them. That was not real. I don't know. It was freaky deaky. And again, the driving was just god awful. Just terrible. And okay, another thing too, and I'm sorry, I'm a dog. I'm a damn dog. I like to dog and hate. I'm a hater. I was built to hate. Literally, when I was when they created me in the lab, when they put the cells together to make me in the test tube, they said, we're gonna make this America's natural born hater. That's how I was created. They actually, they had a label, America's natural born hater. You know how there's strains of things, like strains of whatever, drug, whatever? That's what they had on my test tube. Natural born hater. Yep. Natural in quotations. And that's how I was made. We went to Laurie's Steakhouse. And, you know, it was it's for the prime rib. Oh my god, this steakhouse is so good. The prime rib is literally to die for. If you're gonna live your life, you better try it at least once. If you don't try this, basically you're not even living. So we motherfreaking went there. We went there. And it was very expensive. And we sat down, it's all fancy It's all fancy and nice and fancy. And we sit down, you know, I'll have the prime rib, I'll have the thing that everybody comes here to get. That shit was ass! That shit was not good! I'm sorry, that shit was not good. It was not good. And we even got the extra things to make it taste better. That shit was ass. That was not that good. And it's
we actually have a top-tier professional prime rib maker, and he does the cuts, and he makes it really good and tasty.
Yeah, no, that shit was ass. My school, my public school, and I'm not joking about this is real and honest and true. My public school had prime rib one time, and it was legitimately better than the prime rib I had there, because the prime rib I had there was just not, it was not it. It was really flavorless. I felt like that restaurant was created to sell their seasonings and be like, well, if you like this, you might like this seasoned salt. And I don't know, it was bad. It was bad. It was undercooked, in my opinion. And I just didn't think it was that good. And I just thought it was very basic, and I'm kind of mad because I'll give them this. I will give them this. In-N-Out, incredibly good. In-N-Out is incredibly good. It is incredibly good. It is worth it. It is very tasty. It is very good. And I really liked In-N-Out. I wish I could have more In-N-Out. But the thing about In-N-Out is that it's cheap, okay? It's cheap. So what you get is a really good burger. I would have much rather had some fucking In-N-Out than a Laurie's Steakhouse thing. I don't think it's overrated because the price is incredibly good. The price is incredibly good. So that's what I will say. Compared to other things now, it's incredibly good. Yeah, good bang for your buck. It is very good. It is. This is so cringe by. Yeah, you're right. But it was incredibly good. It was incredibly good. I actually really liked. Obviously, get the triple dipple animal style, and I had that, and it was pretty good. It does get kind of greasy and nasty right away, but for the price, pretty good. Yeah. What the fuck is this, and why was it recommended to me? Look at the thumbnail. What do you think? Look at the thumbnail. What do you think? What do you think about it? Thoughts? Yeah. It was pretty good. I liked it. I liked the experience of it too. So, yeah. I like In-N-Out. I do think, in my opinion, besides Shake Shack, the best fast food burger, and you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me for this one. I think is Wendy's, if it's a good Wendy's. If it's a good Wendy's, you're cooking with gas. That shit is real good. But if it's a bad Wendy's, just die. Just die. But Shake Shack, I think, is the best still, even if you consider that fast food. But In-N-Out is actually quite good. That was quite good. Yeah, that was quite good. Yeah. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Culver's, I've had Culver's. I think Culver's is okay, but their ice cream is better than their burgers. So, but I think In-N-Out was quite good. Five Guys is good, but it's expensive. But I don't know. I understand why people really love In-N-Out in California because everything else is so pricey. And compared to everything, like In-N-Out, you're getting a really good deal. So, yeah. That's how I feel. But besides that, yeah, Laurie's Steakhouse was not good. I tried this Korean fried chicken, and I did not think it was good. I did not think it was good. I've had bonchons in the Mall of America, and I was like, that's solid. And then I had this Korean fried chicken, like from this like place there, and it's this very popular place. It's not good. It's not good. It just wasn't that good. It just wasn't that good. Was the steak the worst thing you had there? I think we had some like kind of shitty like burgers together that were like smash burgers, and it tasted like it was from a ghost kitchen, and I didn't think it was that good. Raisin Cane's. I had Raisin Cane's again recently for the first time in a long time, and it was not bad. However, my taste buds were off, so it just tasted like full-on bleach and vinegar. So yeah, that sucks. But yeah, trendy restaurants, I'm not a huge fan. I think they suck in major cheek balls. I think they're sucking scrote. That's so gross. Somebody screwed up a smash burger? Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm sorry, that was gross. But I'm being pretty, you know, vulgar. But I'm angry. I'm angry. That's pretty foul. But besides that, no, California is just trash. It smells like garbage. It smells like shit. It smells like I don't know. It smells like people don't have access to bathrooms. Is what I'll say. It smells like people don't have access to bathrooms. So, yeah, it's kind of a given. It's not great. I think one of the best states I've been to, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, you need to die and fall apart. Well, one of them is Minnesota. I really liked Minnesota, but it's cold as hell, freezing over like more than half the year, so it sucks. But thank you for that, member. But I will say, I think I went to Tennessee. I went to Nashville, Tennessee, when I was doing like a drive. And I really like Tennessee. I thought it was really nice. So, yeah. But California, boo, thumbs down, boo. I will go there for conventions. I will go there for things I need to go there for. But honestly, how the fuck do people live there? How do people live there? How do people actually live there and they're like, yes, I love driving on this highway. I might get into an accident like any day of my life. It's pretty common. That is some crazy shit to me. That's some crazy shit. It is a 3D printed state. You know how people say Starbucks food tastes like it was 3D printed? That's the feeling. That's the feeling of it to me in general. Like, it feels like everything is like artificially created to be a certain way besides the garbage. Like when I walk in, it's like I don't know. It feels like influencers. Like, it feels like I'm gonna walk in somewhere and somebody's filming a TikTok dancing. Like, I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't know. I'm sorry if you're stuck. But I don't like it. I think it should be, I don't know. I don't like it. I feel like California used to be nice. Like, I like the aesthetic of like, oh, the hibiscus palm trees, beach, stuff like that. But I just feel like there's better options that you can get from that. There's better options you can get from the concept of California in other states. I know people hate Florida and think it's, you know, crazy Patrick Swayze, but I think Florida is a really, Florida is what I said. Florida is actually really nice, in my opinion, and I like Florida a lot. I think it's cool. Yeah. It was nice 20 years ago? Maybe. I don't know. I think it's just getting worse and worse, and it's just awful and terrible. Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of mad. I do like the dry heat. I agree. I agree dry heat is so much better than fucking terrible humidity. Yeah. I wanted to see more of California. Maybe I'll change my opinion again, but I went there and I was thinking in my head like, yes, I'm gonna see, like, this is gonna look cool as shit, and I'm gonna like this, and no. No. It's bad. As someone who lived in Cali in the 90s, it depends on where you were. Really? Like what? Like what places do you think were nice? There are some places in California that I saw. There's this one place that looks like a Norwegian or Swedish village or something. Like they made it look like that, and I really want to visit there. But I feel like when you go to California, it's like you have to go to LA, and I hated that. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see all of it. I want to see more of it. Solvang, California. I saw pictures of it, and I wanted to go there so bad. So bad. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. But I think most cities in any state kind of suck balls. But I think California is definitely one of the worst. LA is one of the worst cities I've seen by far. It was bad. I went to LA. So, yes. It feels like everything is in LA. Oh, I will say that, like, I feel like California, when you live there, you can, like, meet anybody and go to any event. There's an app in California. Let's see.
There's an app for California that alerts you to where all the poop in the street is so you can avoid it. Explains why it's
What the hell?
so bad there.
What is wrong with people? Well, actually, no. There's no access to bathrooms, and people are just throwing garbage. You know what? I get it. I get that. God damn. That's real? Holy shit. That is some dark-sided stuff. That is some dark-sided stuff. That's you know, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the California. That is bad. San Fran? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's unreal. That's some unreal stuff. Give us the good stuff you did? So the good stuff was hanging out with everybody was nice. Anime Expo. So I went to Anime Expo. I liked Anime Expo, and I thought it was really, like, done well. Like, I didn't think it was a hard convention to navigate, and I thought it was really nice, and I thought there were a lot of good events. And I thought it was really good. That was the first convention I really went to, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was well done. I know it was a bit busy, but that's to be expected. It was packed, but I expected it to be packed, and I expected there to be lines, but it was really nice. I did get some merch. Nobody recognized me. I don't talk. No. If somebody did, I'd probably, like, throw up on them, so I'm really glad they didn't. The convention was not stinky. It was not stinky. It was, you know, the air was good, and it was really nice. It was really nice in general. Yeah. I would, if somebody was like, hey, I recognize you, or your voice sounds familiar, I'd be like,
What are you talking about? What? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
that's what I would do. It wasn't that hot, no. But I would be freaked the heck out. I'd be freaked the frig out. But it was nice. It was a really good convention. And people were pretty chill there. I will say, there was one thing that pissed me off, and it might have been that they weren't used to it, but I would go up to people, and I would compliment their cosplays, and they just wouldn't respond or react. Or they'd like nod or something. Like, it's like, okay, like, I'm trying to be nice, and I'm like trying to like do something. There was this one girl, and I think she was Flair from HoloLive. And I walked up to her, and I was like, oh, your Flair is so cute. And she just nods, and she, like, just looks away from me. I'm like, the fuck? Like, what the hell? But I don't know. They're not looking for compliments from girls, I guess. I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, I was, like, mad about it. I was like, I'm not asking you to, like, be like, oh, thank you so much, thank you. But I'm like, you know, I'm a person standing in front of you, fucking, come on. Like, come on. It's crazy. I'm trying to be nice. I was trying to just be kind. No, actually, I did get some compliments from people, though. Myself. I did get compliments from some people. Some people walked up to me and they're like, "Oh, you're so cute," and it would be like random people, and they would be like, they'd be nice to me and stuff, and I could tell they're definitely not from California. But I would get random compliments from people like, "Oh, you're so cute," and it was nice. Was I cosplaying? That's for you to think about. That's for you to maybe think. But I'd be like, "Oh, thank you so much. Like, how are you doing? How's the con for you?" You know, that's what I would do. I would, you know, if somebody's gonna be nice to me and start a conversation, I'm going to respond and, you know, "Hello, you're a person standing in front of me." So, you know, that's what I do. And I was like confused. Or I'd be like, "Oh, thank you so much." And I don't know. Too friendly for the zombies, maybe. I was wearing animal ears. Yeah, I was in a full-blown fursuit. That's why they thought I was so cute. Because I had my fursona costume on. It's true. Yeah. But, there were some nice things to see at the convention, and I really liked it. But I don't know. I liked the convention a lot. I thought it was really well done. And I thought it was really, really well made. And, really, like, they took care of things well. I saw, because I was watching the Holo Live, like, you know, whoa, and, like, I was watching the Holo Live booth. And there was, like, people, like, standing around or, like, crowding. And, like, the security guards were, like, they were, you know, doing their job. And it felt good. It was nice, because they'd be like, "Move the other way," and stuff like that. So they were doing their job, and it was really nice. Yeah. But no, people were not really that friendly. The Japanese people, like, if I met Japanese people or saw Japanese people, they were very nice to me. I don't know why. Like, a lot of the Japanese people were so nice, and then you can tell it's like, oh, because they're not from California. So, yeah. Would it be worth it for me to go as a random person? Yeah. You don't have to go to a convention and dress up. You can just have a good time. Yeah. But, I don't know, Japanese people were nice, and they were always, like, complimenting me. It felt good. It felt good. I like the Japanese people I met. I want to visit Japan someday. It might be a different experience when I visit Japan. But I don't know. Some of the maybe Californians or people, I was just thinking maybe like I was too forward with some people, so that's why I was scary. This is very quiet. This is very, very quiet. But that's why. That's why. I was like, maybe I was too forward, so it was scary. I don't know. But I tried to be nice to everybody. I tried to be open. Sometimes I'm too open and it does the opposite thing, and I become very scary and evil and like sinister and like not fun to be around. Because I'll be like really forward and I'll be like, oh, like this, like I don't know. I'm sometimes too much. Like there was this girl and she had some things on her bag, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's this? Like, what's his name? And that's what I would do. I didn't say it in a sarcastic tone, but I'd be like, oh, and I'd be like so like interactive with people, like, what's this guy's name? And stuff, like on her bag. And that's what I would do. And sometimes it's just too much for people, and I get it's too much, so yeah, I don't know. I try to be nice. I'm just trying to make people feel like, you know, they're seen and welcome, you know? I just put myself in their shoes because I'm just as anxious and scared, but I'm like, well, what would I like people to do to me? Make me feel invited and happy. So that's what I do to other people. So I don't know. I don't know. People are way too paranoid, despite it being a space with their like-minded interest. I think so. There was this, like, I would compliment a lot of people's cosplays. And I saw, like, I thought it was really cute, okay? I thought it was really cute. I saw this mom taking like a picture of her like daughter cosplaying, and I was like watching, which, you know, in retrospect that was probably kind of weird, and I was like, oh, like your cosplay is so good, like I'm like, I hope you take like a ton of pictures of blah blah blah, and they were nice about it, but like I don't know, I feel like sometimes I come off as too much, TTS fat. True. Yeah, true. But yeah, I don't know. I went forward and I wanted to like see everybody and like things like that. And also, I feel like when you cosplay too, it's like, you know, you're expected to have pictures taken of you. So when you get compliments and like go up to people and stuff, they kind of should expect it, you know? Yeah. Did you see anyone on Fent? I mean, I saw some lean, like leans that they did. I'm not saying lean like the purple drink, but I'm saying I saw some people doing that lean. You know, that lean. I'm saying. But yeah, I like the convention a lot. Yeah. It was nice though. I saw Spike's family cosplayers who bought their little girls Anya. Aw, that's so cute. I saw some like famous cosplayer people and I thought it was sick. It's kind of crazy to see some people in person. Like, I don't know. I will say like, oh, the karaoke place, a lot of the like, so we went to a lot of like Korean places to eat food and see stuff, and they were always very nice. They were always very nice. And the funniest part is like, I'm like you know, I'm an ultra white woman. I'm the final boss of white women. I had to ask for a fork in every Korean Asian restaurant we went to. But they always kind of like joked with me about it. You know, like they knew it was like funny, so we would kind of joke about it. And I like that. I like that when we can joke back and forth. Like, you know, like they know it's silly. They know it's silly. So we can kind of joke about it, and they'll give it and they'll be like, here's your fork, you know. and I like that because they were really nice. But other than that, like other people were like just mean as hell. I don't know. Yes, was I the only person that had to use a fork? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was the only person that had to use a fork. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Who asked for you? Either I asked or just somebody else asked. I don't know. Yeah, I was the only one. I don't know how to use chopsticks. I'm used to fat food, big back food, burgers, fries, onion rings, chicken finger, chicken nuggets, burgers, you know, pasta, Italian. Yeah. People pay for this? Some people do, but it is a free stream you're watching. I don't typically watch it, but as a recent visitor to that state, my condolences. You like the sushi you had? I feel like you can have good sushi in any place that isn't a flyover state. You know, landlocked. Yeah. I'm Italian, I'm used to eating with my hands. Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could use chopsticks. I started feeling kind of bad about it. I was like, damn. Like, I started feeling kind of bad. I was like, shit. You know, shit. I don't know, like, god damn. Italian or Indian? What do you think? What do you think? You decide. You decide that one. Yeah. But anyway, besides that, yeah, it's a garbage state. It smelled bad. And the food really wasn't as good as people say. And it really, I don't know. It was just expensive for no reason. Next time we gotta go to like, I don't even know, like some other place. The food wasn't that good. The food wasn't that good. The food was overrated. You can find nice restaurants anywhere. That's all I'm saying. California. That's literally what I wanted to say, but I was scared to say it. But I already said it out loud, and I can say I was reading a comment, so I don't get in trouble for that. Yeah. Anime NYC. I wonder if other anime conventions are just as cool. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'll see. Chopstick handcam stream when? No. They tried to help me learn how to use chopsticks when I was there, and it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. I can't roll my R's. I can't use chopsticks. Like, it's so bad. It's just bad. It's just bad stuff. It was bad. Haha, can't even eat food, little baby. I know. I am very American, I know. The most American person ever exist on the planet Earth. Italian and Native American. Yeah. I cannot use chopsticks, no. Yikes, I learned how to do it on my own in like 10 minutes. Well, some people are built differently. I'm just not built like you. It's good that we have so many unique people on this earth that have different skill sets. Okay? Yeah. Okay? That's all I'm saying. It's a good thing. We can all be unique. Okay? Yeah, the way I hold some stuff is like fucked up, so be nice to me. What's my unique skill set? In my life, I am a heel. If you know what that is in wrestling terms, I am the heel of any situation. So that's my skill. I'm the punching bag. That's all. Yeah. They're coming. Anyway, that's all. That's all I have to say. California. California love. But anyway, I hope you have a nice night. That was my hatred for California. There wasn't so much hatred, I guess, but that was that. Make sure to... Okay. Make sure to use those helpful apps if you ever visit California so you can avoid human excrement everywhere and, you know, have actually like nice shoes that don't look fucked up. And enjoy. Enjoy. Or just don't ever visit California. That's another thing. Just don't visit California. Just don't go there. That's another thing. You could save money and, you know, everything. Just don't go there. Yeah. Bye. Mwah. Bye.